everyone. Happy quarantine. I did a poll on my Instagram yesterday about what you guys wanted to see, whether it was a smoky eye or a natural look. And when I went to bed last night, it was 50-50. So I guess I'll have to do both. But I woke up and it was 51-49, 51 in favor of smoky eye. So that's what we'll do today. First and foremost, if I was on a deserted island or had one beauty product to pick at all times that is my number one go-to, it would be concealer. And the concealer I like is Double Wear by Estee Lauder. But I will say, if you have dark circles under your eyes, if you have something that's a little more pinky of a tone, it will kind of counteract that. This is like a pink pencil. I lost when I was on the road my Urban Decay one that I love, but like I have a big vein right here. So I just do that. I do that. I obviously am a pretty veiny person. Maybe I drank too much alcohol. I'm a little dehydrated. But also I have a piece of glass in my face. So we're just gonna go ahead. I picked it a little too much during this quarantine. So we'll just dab those in a little bit and get down to it. So everyone has a different method or way that they do things. I like to start actually with my brows. I would say I get a lot of compliments on my brows. And the secret for me is actually Latisse. I don't have lash extensions. I use Latisse on my brows and my lashes. And this is liquid gold, everyone. Like literally concealer and Latisse. That's all you need. But anyways, okay. So I use the Anastasia brow pencil in dark. I like to brush them up. Brows are really awesome. They really are. If you have good brows and no bags under your eyes, I think you're set. I've also been trying to wean off of wearing foundation on my face lately and give it like a just moisturized, real dewy look. But okay, so I like to brush them up and then, oh, Hank, you need to quit barking. And I know I've got a little pimple there, so please ignore it. So I like to do a couple strokes in the way that my hairs are naturally going. And then just kind of fill it in. And just kind of, yeah, just brush it as if you're adding to the hair. Tonight's the night that I debut these brand new blue jeans. Let's just show you here. So everyone has different ways that their hair grows or stops growing. I have a little empty patch right here. So I always really try to just fill in to make it look like I don't and a little more natural. I drop everything. If you brush them at the end, it helps the pencil little drawings that you've made look more natural because it flattens them out a little bit or softens them. Oh my God, my dogs are going crazy because these AC people are here. Come here, Billy. This is Bill. Some people use like a almost hairspray for their eyebrows or gel. I am really lazy and I just lick my fingers and I pat them down and they never go anywhere. It's free. It's easy. So, honestly, I feel already so much better with just my brows being done. We're gonna go into concealer world. You can use primers for your eyelids. Again, less is more. I'm always on the go. I don't feel like I have tons of time on my hands to even do my makeup really ever. So, this is kind of just like the quick, easy way I do it. So I have dark circles right here a little bit. So I'm going to use some of the pink under the concealer just to like cancel out some of that darkness, just very lightly. It doesn't really do a whole hell of a lot, but a little bit goes a long way. And quickly, we're going to just cover up this little breakout on my chin here. Won't make you guys stare at the pimples. So for concealer, I like to just dot it and then do a little on my lid, which serves a purpose as a primer, so you don't need one. And some people use sponges. Again, free and easy. Fingers. As long as you wash your hands, we are in the era of washing our hands for Corona. And I just start tapping. Happy Gilmore style. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. And then you can go into your nose a little bit. Just even it out where there's some extra. And then, yeah. So instead of primer, all over the lids, up to the brows. Keep tapping. Keep tapping your life away. As I get older, you do smile and you get some wrinkles down here. And sometimes your concealer can crease. So this stuff right here for me, where'd it go? Is Trish McAvoy, and it's a setting powder for under your eyes. Some people like a skin tone one. This one's just white, but my concealer stays in place, doesn't get big lines or creases, like even one's already starting right here. You can see that. Keep tapping. And so I just load it on with this, almost too thick, and I wipe it off at the end. Some people call it baking. I'm getting downtown up, putting on my makeup. This will make sure your concealer does not move, doesn't go anywhere. You can wear it all day long. I could wake up tomorrow and it's probably still going to be there. So we'll wipe off the excess later. And now let's get into the face. I was saying I've been trying to not wear foundation lately just to keep my skin and my pores open and fresh. I mentioned this one earlier, but let's do this one. It's a lot lighter. It's still pretty good coverage. It's Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation by MAC. And again, I like to go back over where I have some pimples or blemishes just with the tapping motion. And I don't want to go all over my face again because I'm trying to do a little bit more natural of a look. Don't pick your face. Oh, I'm so bad at it. Like, this is a piece of glass in my face. It's been there for 8 or 9 years now, and I cannot stop picking it. I'm a picker. Just so that the color's even, I will take like the smallest amount on my finger, like, and I just go like this, and I just rub it in. Make sure you go very close to your brow line. Final, I do a little bit on my nose. Senorita in the mirror got it going on. Yep. You can just tell, or in certain light, where, you know, your crease, or not your crease, your cheekbone shadow is. So that's what you really want to focus on. I'm going to just use a little bit of powder. It's almost empty. And you can use it with bronzer or whatever, but I just kind of go over it first. And then I go around my jawline. And then around your hairline. I'm gonna paint it red as soon as I'm done. And then kind of just back over your cheekbone. Like, anywhere you want it to be accented, just kind of keep going over that space. And then I don't ever think I'll get a nose job because I'm afraid to come out of it and look like absolutely crazy. But another free technique. If you take a little bit of your powder and you just kind of go like that. That's why I did that little stripe in the middle of the foundation before. And you kind of outline it with this. And it gives it a nice little accent. And then I just kind of go all over and blend everything in. I'm getting downtown up. I'm getting downtown. Wow. So far, all we have done is concealer, a tiny little bit of foundation, and some powder. Oh, and brows. Duh. So now, for the smoky eye part. I recently bought these two palettes, the Tartelette in Bloom and the Tartelette Toasted. And let me tell you, they are the best palettes I've ever bought. Apparently there was one that came out before them. I never had it. I never knew anything about it. I just ran in Ulta one day, saw these sitting at the front, opened them up, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, I like very neutral tones. And so these are just like right up my alley. So I like to start by doing kind of like a base all over color. We're doing smoky eyes. So let's do like let's use this one called Latte. Whoops. Can you see it? So it's not too dark. It's definitely not light. Has a little bit almost of a pinkish red hue. So we're gonna put that on the lid and kind of go up. Just to give it a good solid base. I go almost up to my brows, but not quite. And then just always kind of, I think the secret or trick to really good eyeshadow is just the blending. I could preach about like blending all day. It's just the more you brush it into your actual lid, the better it stays, the more natural it looks, because it just kind of ends up like just really sticking well and not looking like intended. The more you blend, it just kind of looks like it falls in place. Now, what makes a smoky eye is obviously the dark smoky colors. And I'm going to use, in the In Bloom, this leader down here. It's a little more purpley, but I think it's amazing. So I use a crease brush, this one right here from MAC. I'm gonna just dab twice, maybe 3 times. And I start about 3/4 of the way in my lid and I just tap. I tap, 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 and then I kind of go in my crease and then I tap again, blend, blend, blend. Do a little more. Put on that pink lipstick and make you know who jealous. Yeah, I'll take my time. Okay. Getting fine like a wine. Tap, 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 go up. And now in your crease, just really blend it in. You could blend all day. Remember, blend, blend, blend. 3/4 of the way. There you go. So, now I think that part of it's done. But we are not done. I like a little bit of shimmer, which is weird because I feel like I typically want everything to be matted and very clean, but whenever I see a girl out and she's got a little bit of shimmer on her lid, it just makes everything come together and look amazing. So I'm going to pick this one called Funny Girl, and I'm not gonna put it all over, I'm just gonna put it on my lid, but guess what? Back to blending. This will do the world of difference. So I'm just gonna put a little bit. I like to go in the middle so that you don't take away from your base color. And I don't put much on my brush, but I blend the crap out of this because I want it to look pretty thin. So I will go almost kind of over the darkness I just did, but not all the way up to the brow. That even was a little too much maybe. I love to keep it just in this realm. Let's make sure this eye's really got it. Getting fine like a wine. I'm getting downtown. Maybe a little bit more in here. Okay. So then I like to take a very neutral color. We'll just take this Flower Child here. And I go over just so that there's no harsh line from your base color. I will blend this in with my brow. it makes everything just look really like a gradual blend from this to this to this to this. Where does it start? Where does it stop? Okay, so I would say, I mean, that would be fine for me. I'd probably go back over, actually, I lied. Just one time with a little bit of the base color. This latte again, right here. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Like the smallest bit. A little bit of shadow under your eye takes the place of a harsh under eye eyeliner that I loved in high school and college and looked very gothic probably. But this, a little bit goes a long way. But to me, this makes your entire eye just pop. And I don't go all the way over to the, like where the top and bottom lid meet. I kind of stop right there, like a little bit before. And then I blend out, again, back to blending. I blend out into what's going on up here. Oh my God, look at the difference of that. It's just amazing. Just my bra on, see my grind on. The senorita in the mirror got it going on. Yep, I'm gonna pay. God, I haven't done my makeup in so many days. I forgot that I can like look like a decent human. My poor boyfriend, he's probably like grossed out by my smells. Once again, I'm gonna go back over and just really make sure these are in place, that I didn't mess it up with my shadow brushes. Lock it in. Lock it in. To finish off the eyes, eyeliner. This is still it's amazing. It's just a little travel size. But I am a sucker for a good wing. But a soft little one. And I like to go about halfway in. I'm done. I'm getting downtown up. I'm getting downtown up. There. I like to think that I have a Marilyn mole because I'm obsessed with Marilyn Monroe, but I do take a little bit of my eyebrow pencil and just like to do a little bit on my mole. So, almost done. Got a few other things. I love blush. I think blush just is fabulous. Some people probably think I overdo it, but they can kiss my ass. So you gotta smile, and smile like you're really happy, is what I was told by makeup artist. And where you naturally smile, just find where your cheeks stick out the most, because that's where the sun would hit it. And just kind of, you can go over your nose a little bit if you want. And then I like to take my powder and just one last time, make sure there's no harsh lines or nothing's going crazy. So again, I use Latisse. I think it's amazing. However, when people always come up to me like, oh my God, you have lash extensions, or like your eyelashes look amazing. I think Mascara Primer. This is the MAC one. It's fantastic. But primer, to me, makes them like little caterpillars, like little creepy crawlers. So I swear by it. If you don't have primer, I recommend, or you don't want to do it, it takes too long, the Better Than Sex mascara is insane. That's the one I've been using for a couple years, but then I got like this deal with MAC where they gave me a bunch of free product, and I've kind of been converted to this primer mascara combo, mainly because the wand though on the mascara part itself, it looks tiny. I'll show you guys in a second. So I was like very skeptical of it, but holy cow, it's like you're gonna see it in a second. You're gonna be like, no freaking way. So this is Upward Lash by MAC. And again, I was very, very nervous about this wand because Better Than Sex has been my thing for like 4 or 5 years. But this teeny tiny little wand that like doesn't even look like anything. Just wait for it. I like to go to the root individually and separate them. And I spin, spin, spin. Almost running out of this one. It feels like there's not a lot left in the tube. But like, look at the difference in my eyes right now. This wand is a magic wand. It works wonders. I start inside and I curl. But then I always finish on the outside and just make sure they're all going in the same direction. God, that's amazing. Just my ground, my ground. The senorita in the mirror got it going on. Yep. Let's get a little more product. Rub it all against the sides. I drop something every time. Whew. All right. Oh my God, it is everywhere. Story of my life. Last layer on this eye. Spin, spin, spin. Up, up. Do you guys like bottom mascara? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'll just do a little bit because we're here and why not? Okay. And to finish off, just with a little bit of lip, this Staunchy Stylish liner from MAC is amazing. I don't overline my lips. Some girls do. I have a bad scar here from also that car wreck. So it's most important to me to just like cover that up because it's kind of a white line. And then I kind of go with the lines and creases on my lips. And that's one of my tricks. So I go up. I think lip liner is important just because if you do wear foundation or anything around here, it can like mute the line of where your lip starts. So it's good to make sure that they're clearly defined. And I always go on top of it with like a little, usually colored gloss. This is Sugar Honey. It's one of my faves. I've used it for years. A little bit of that. And voila! It's done. I know for a fact that I don't look like the same person I did when we started this. I could fill in maybe my brow a little bit more right here and then call it a day. I'm gonna paint it red as soon as I'm done. I'm getting downtown up. Well, I think this was a successful Smokey Eye makeup tutorial and probably a lot of other information that hopefully you find useful. But I will comment all of the products down below or list them. And then I'll do more of a natural eye next time. I haven't worn makeup in, God, a week. I feel beautiful. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you Sounds Like Nashville for